Namaste. I'm Julian Kaufman, and this is Prime Mover. So glad you could be here today. In my hand, this is not an ordinary bowl. In fact, this is a Tibetan prayer bowl or singing bowl. This bowl, as you circle with a mallet, begins to produce a certain frequency which is calibrated to resonate with certain parts of your body. This particular bowl is designed to resonate at a frequency corresponding to your throat chakra, the fifth chakra, the chakra of self-expression, which is said to develop over time, to allow you to speak universal truths. So what I'd like to talk about today is universal truth, and probably the best way to do that is through a story. It's a parable of the emperor and the beggar, the beggar's bowl. Once upon a time, there was an emperor of a very wealthy kingdom. When he was leaving his palace, he came across a beggar. The beggar offered up his begging bowl, to which the emperor said, "What do you want?" The beggar said, "Be careful, I'm not sure you can fulfill this." The emperor became somewhat indignant and said, "Well, of course I can. I am very powerful. I am ruler of this wealthy kingdom and I can do anything." The beggar said, "As you wish," and handed the emperor the bowl. The emperor proceeded to fill the bowl with gold coins, in which quickly they disappeared. The emperor was baffled by this and told his court to bring more gold. They filled the bowl, and at each time it disappeared. This process kept going. The emperor became incensed with this, fixated. He emptied out all of the kingdom's wealth into this bowl offered by a beggar. Eventually, the emperor could not stand it anymore, went back to the beggar and said, "Please tell me, I submit. What is this bowl?" The beggar said, "The bowl represents human desire, which can never be satisfied." Turns out that the beggar was a teacher who had come back to teach the emperor a lesson. This story also teaches us a lesson. I know in my life, when I graduated from college, I was making about $30,000 a year. And at the time, I thought that was a tremendous amount of money. Quickly after I started working, I realized that was not true, and I wanted to make more. I was able to make twice as much. That felt pretty good. But then I realized that wasn't good enough either. Then it was 3 times, 4 times, 5, 10 times was not enough. I found myself on a track that probably if I would have made 100 times, $3 million, who knows if that would have been enough. Luckily I didn't go that far. I had a series of events, as you know, happen to me which forced me to reevaluate and luckily broke that addiction that desire, material desire in particular, can have on us. As the story shows, the root of our desires are difficult to fulfill. There's always something. That's why it's very important for us to be able to stop and to appreciate what we have. This is where the 4 flow gates come in handy for me. First, presence, to be in the current moment. You're not fixated on trying to acquire more. You're here. Acceptance, where you can begin to develop awareness for what you have, where you are. T is thankfulness, gratitude, to appreciate what you have. We are breathing. We're alive. There is so much out there for us to be thankful for. And lastly, helping. Really getting out of our own desires and looking to help others. For it is so much better to give than receive, as it is said in the Bible. So anyway, a tale of a bowl which has great meaning for me. I hope you got something from it. Please drop me a note. Love to hear from you. Thank you, and namaste.